Shwarze Wurst Motorsport, and it's myself, Luke, Jason. We've got Sterling, Sean, and Adam, and we run an E46 330. Well, we picked up a car from a friend of a friend, had some issues. It's the cheapest way to get it. It got brought straight here, and it got stripped. Jason and the boys stripped it to pieces.
Yeah, we pulled everything apart. All the interior come out. We put some brakes on it.
Blew the airbags up.
Blew the airbags up. Blew back out.
And we campaigned it as an automatic stock suspension stripped car. We had some, the brakes, and it's really it.
Brake pads and motors. And that's it.
As long as the brakes stay together, you can hit the racetrack. As long as you've got good fluid lines, pads, the suspension and the auto, it all works. We weren't happy with our theme, so we've just done a theme update. So we're now the Sausage Masters. This is a take on the Turbomeister livery, classic BMW livery. Mainly because we wanted to see our car when it comes in the straight, because we couldn't really tell which one it was. And it's deserving. It looks good. Looks like a taxi. Drivers.
Every time.
It just gives misfires, just little shit like misfires, like what could it be? Key off, key on. We were running down Winton on the back straight, key off, key on, to try and get it to reset itself. We had to do that, but
cut off the muffler because we wanted to be able to hear it, because we couldn't hear our car at all when anyone was near us. So we cut the muffler off.
The first mod gave us 4 seconds a lap or 5 seconds a lap. The second mod melted the bumper off in 3 laps. So we lost a lot of time there, but it looked pretty cool when we got the bumper. Once we figured out how to make the car run without any issues, then it was never a problem. It's been really good. BMWs are reliable.
They're a driver's car. BMWs are made to handle well, stop well, and they're reliable. We spend a lot of time and effort on cooling system. It's got a new radiator, new lights, new everything. Other than that, a few new sensors here and there just to make sure it's reliable, like new crank angle sensor, O2 sensors and whatnot. But
you can be competitive in anything. So front-wheel drives can be super competitive. We just felt like we wanted a rear-wheel drive car. We wanted that experience. And there are very few appropriately sized rear-wheel drive cars of the right era, and they came with a magic motor, so it just makes sense. They're a really good package. Other cars have different strengths. You come on the front straight next to a Magna and you have trouble out dragging it. They're actually really fast in a straight line, but the BMWs have that whole package, and the only thing that really comes close are your quick bump draggers like Civics and Lancers and things like that, really.
It's time in garage before the race. I think before every race, between us, we put 100 hours in. And it's just little things, just going over all the little things all the time. That's what makes it reliable. Like when we should get the radiator.
Yeah. It's not a chore though. We work on cars because we love working on cars. If it wasn't this one, it'd be that one. If it's not that one, it's the one over the road. It doesn't matter, and we enjoy working on the car. So the 100 hours isn't a chore. It's something that we like to do, and we like to get to a race and go, you know what, that was worth it. And cross the finish line first and go, yeah, we made a car that survived. And the satisfaction's amazing. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's blokes in the shed time. And just, you can get out of hand if you want, but you don't have to. You just got to make sure the car's perfect, it's reliable, and fixing a car in the shed at the racetrack is a good story, but it's not as much fun as that.
And 100 hours between 5 guys, it's 20 hours each. That's, 2 days. It's not a huge outlay in your life. For the amount of fun you have, I don't want to go racing and spend the whole time in the garage. I want to be out on the track.
Build it as you go. Don't stress about being the best first time out. We were atrocious our first couple of races. It's hard to make a car last. It's actually really hard to make a car last that long without any stoppages, but the stoppages can be fun. Helping your mates out is really fun. We helped our mates out last race. Fixed haircut.
Yeah. I think it was at Phillip Island when the Chop Chop boys broke the strut. We were in their pit with 1,000 cable ties, compressing the spring to get the strut top back on so they could get back out and beat us. that didn't happen. We won anyway.
What? We beat Chop Chop twice.
So the first thing you've got to do, everyone knows, you remove everything that's not absolutely essential, but it's still a staged process. There's plenty of stuff that we didn't remove because we weren't sure whether we'd need it. We didn't know how we'd go in a wet race, whether we need the HVAC box and things like that. So we've progressed it over the course of a couple of years, and we've ended up where we are now. And the main thing is get a good quality race seat. You want something decent, so we've gone with a Velo, Australian made, and Velo harnesses. You know, a comfortable steering wheel so you can really, you know, get a hold of it and make sure you're in control of the car. And then really just take the rest of it out. I mean, you need to keep a speedo because there is speed lane, pit limiter, stuff like that. Stopwatch doesn't hurt if you've got times you've got to meet. But a compliant cage, compliant padding, kill switch, you've absolutely got to have a kill switch in there. And really the biggest challenge is comms. We've kind of battled it for a long time. We still take pit boards just to be safe, but we've got a solution now that works. It did take a little while, but anyone who's interested, we're happy to help and share exactly what we did. But yeah, getting good comms is the key to making sure you can talk to your driver and you don't have to come in when you don't need to because that just costs you laps. So we used to have glass windows and the car's a little bit forky. We're chasing some people with some lighter weight cars, so we decided to put some polycarbonate in. We took the leap, and to do that, it meant we had no winding windows. So we've gone with a NACA duct with some air ducting. I like to say it works unreal, but if it gets really hot, it still sucks. But, you know, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be in there for 3 hours anyway. You know, we top out at an hour stint, and you come out and you're feeling exhausted, but what's the point if you're not trying hard, right? Like if you get out and you feel like you just got out of an Uber ride for an hour, then you're not trying hard enough.
Don't mod the engine. Get a good engine. Spend your points on brakes, suspension, and then everybody ends up with 4 points, right? They spend 2 on suspension. They spend 1 on brakes, 1 on tyres, and you left with 1 point whether you want bigger brakes or or better tyres if they're last. It's a pretty the winning form is pretty easy to see when you come to a couple of events. But realistically, start with a good base because the cheap part's buying the car. Pick the right car. Just pick the right car. And there are better cars to pick than this. There absolutely are. Read the rules. Honestly, if you can read at like a 6th grade level, it'll take you like 10 minutes to read the rules. It's not hard. And there are plenty of things that you can do.
I think one of the biggest hurdles that most people face is getting a team together. Getting 5 mates together and to have fun with. That's got to be the focus. Try not to keep score too much with, I did this and you did that. Like, we're all a team. We all try and get everything done when we can. Like, that's the biggest focus of the team is everyone does their bit and has fun. Like, it's just...
We threw the offer out to a few more people than our current 5 when we first started. And, some people are a bit non-committal, like, I'm not so sure. We have so many people wanting to drive our car now. Like, just get in and do it. If you're unsure about it, you can always sell the car. There's plenty of people out there wanting to get into it. They want to buy a car ready-made. You've just got to get a car, get a cage put in it, spend your money on a cage. But between our favourite saying is divided by 5. It's not that expensive. It only goes so far. But seriously, you can find a car with a cage on Facebook Marketplace. It's not hard. Just get something with a decent cage and then work on the rest of the show. We both do track days in admittedly quite faster cars than this one, but not over 19 hours. It's Mary taught us.
Yeah, I haven't done any formal motorsport ever. A few track days in various cars, but nothing like this before. It's awesome. So much track time. So much time to get out there.
We don't really have the time, money or appetite to run a series. Even something like an XL series just gets really expensive. It gets super competitive. It just seems like a really hard barrier to get into. And admittedly, we love looking at routes, and that's fine. But sometimes the atmosphere is what we're looking for. You turn up to a motor events event, and you're immediately sharing banter. You're joking with the other teams. You're having beers with them at the pub, and everybody's so welcoming. You share tools and the atmosphere is fantastic and completely open. Our main competitors we hang out with all the time, we've become good friends with, and we openly say, look, we want to beat you, but we share all intel, we share everything. You know, like there's nothing being hidden at all, which is amazing.
Well, it's Sydney in the last few hours when you're in the car, it got a little bit